Thank you for joining us. We present relaxations, breathwork, and meditations. And those meditations require focus. So does breathwork. And sometimes it's very hard to bring your attention to something when your back hurts. So today I'm going to present some techniques to relax and release your low back. If you can do these lying down, they're really effective. You can try them seated, and I'm sure they'll help at least some. So to begin with, you want to press your low back against a surface that isn't really hard. And then, as you exhale, you're going to press your low back against that surface. So a carpeted floor, a bed, a chair, a recliner would all be fine. And then as you inhale, you're going to arch. So your tailbone and your rib cage are still touching, but your low back moves away a little bit. And then as you exhale, press down. And as you inhale, arch. And this is called a pelvic tilt. And what you're doing is stretching and releasing some of the muscles in your low back. This is also a very nice core strengthener. And do that a few more times. If you'd like to coordinate it with your breath, you exhale as you're pressing down and inhale as you arch. Now we're going to expand that to more muscles around your low back. So imagine a clock, an analog clock, the round one with the numbers. And right now, when you press down and then release, you're at the numbers 12 straight up and 6 straight down. And we're going to move around that clock so that you're going to move around all the muscles in your low back. So the next time you press down, try and press down to the 1 and the 7. You can still coordinate it with your breath if you like. And then move to 2 and 8. Then 3 and 9. Now you're going across from side to side, pressing down and arching. And then 4 and 10. And 5 and 11. And now 6 and 12. Seven and 1. 8 and 2. 9 and 3. So now you're going from side to side. 10 and 4. 11 and 5. And now we're all the way back around to up and down, 12 and 6. Now we're going to move the low back around a little bit more. And we're going to do a rotation. Now, if you're laying down, bend your knees and put the soles of your feet on the same surface. And then let your knees drift over to the right. And if you're seated, turn in your seat to your right. And you'll feel a stretch across your low back. And just kind of settle there. Keep breathing. And let everything relax. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Pause for a moment. And then we're going to go over to the left. So if you're reclining, you're letting your knees, your bent knees, move to the left. If you're seated, you're just turning to your left. And then just pause there and breathe. And move back. Now we're going to stretch the sides of the low back by lifting your shoulders and possibly your arms. So lift both shoulders up to your ears and then lift your arms up as high as they'll go. It doesn't matter where that is. What we're trying to stretch is your sides way down by your low back. And release down. And now we've moved side to side and some real focus in the low back. And now we're going to do a back bend. If you're reclining, bend both knees with your feet on the floor. Bring your right knee up to your chest and pull in. If you're seated in a chair, you can do the same. And any move where your chest and your leg are coming towards each other is a forward bend. And this one is designed to release your low back. And put your leg down. Bring your other leg up. Pull it in towards your chest. That doesn't have to touch your chest. It's the direction I'm trying to give you. And bring that leg back down. And now, pay attention. Does your low back feel a little bit looser than it did when we started? Can you move a little bit easier? When we do a yoga practice, we like to take the spine through a full range of motion. So forward, back, side, and twisting. And we've done all of those focused in that very small area of your low back. See if your breath seems to move a little easier. And if your back feels a little more relaxed, think how it would feel if you did this again, maybe tomorrow. It doesn't take very long. You don't need anything special. You just need to give yourself the gift of a little time, a little attention to yourself, a little bit of breath, and you can release your low back no matter where you are. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you find it helpful.